everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears, and the Detroit Lions. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins.
Just 2 weeks left in the regular season, so not many opportunities left. But I've got to tell you, I think he's had an MVP type of a season, and I just hope that everyone who votes doesn't go to sleep and already have their ballots cast.
I think there are a couple others in the national media who feel that way, too. You and I have been discussing this race since the calendar hit December, as have many other, but I think it's going to take 8 big quarters for him to truly have consideration. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
A run for Nick Chubb, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. A look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Lions. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Here we go. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20.
And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They go play action now. Haskins. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
It's a loss of 2, now third down. To throw on third down. Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
They stopped him in his tracks. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They'd love to hold on to that, but first things first, they want to clinch that division.
Here we go. Well, let's go back to the conversation we had with the coaching staff, and you asked that very question about how important is it really? You got a good team. Can't you win from any spot in the play? They all looked at us like we were crazy, right? You can do it from a lower seed, but no one really wants to try. Higher seed, much better for them. They want to clinch this division.
Definitely don't want to slip to 5 or 6 and go on the road in that first playoff game. Garoppolo on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
They run the counter. Melvin, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Garoppolo. From behind, and he's going to be driven down. Bradley Chubb in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
J.J. Watt. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know this is...
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And this will be taken at the 13. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Now for the point after. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
56 is the max. Here we go. Here we go. First down. Here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. The Lions on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Garoppolo now. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Bradley Chubb racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go. Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward. I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Haskins. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins, they'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. They go play action with Haskins. And he finds his man, that's Butler. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Love. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Haskins will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Garoppolo, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo, open man, Higbee, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. That's complete to Butler. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Now Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Haskins now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Mecole Hardman His third touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means.
Touchdown, Chicago. The kicker on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. 27 yards there, a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a draw play for Gurley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Garoppolo to throw.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That second down play nets a -4. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. And this is, unfortunately for him, a montage he's probably not going to want to keep.
Here we go, here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. To throw is Garoppolo. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 3rd and short. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Garoppolo got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. They'll run on first down. Melvin. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. From the 38, Garoppolo. Open man is Uzomah. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. From the 24, Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Got a man, it's Arcega-Whiteside. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Here we go. 56. Let's go.
On first down, Garoppolo. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Garoppolo again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. But now it's 3rd and goal. Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Philip Dorsett hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. What's good on the extra point? And the lead is up to 5. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync. Because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets. And you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Haskins to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. No gain on the dump-off. It's second down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw on second down. Haskins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Well, you're impressed,
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They'll keep it on the ground. Melvin. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Come on, QB, come on.
Play action. Garoppolo. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here we go, here we go. Check 52, come on. Big stop, G. Big stop, let's go. Say hut, say hut.
On first down, Melvin. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll try to draw now with Chubb. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Completes it to Hardman. And he coughed it up. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Haskins. Finds his tight end, Ingram. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They run. Chubb. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
That defensive front four has been very good. They've just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like 4-down defensive linemen, they feel like they can cover more ground when defending the run.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. 4th down. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Lions will take over. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. They'll run on 1st down. Melvin. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. They'll keep it on the ground. Melvin. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. A pretty big opening there on 1st down. 8 yards up to the 33. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They run the counter. Melvin. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Melvin, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. To try again after the sack. Haskins. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now Haskins. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Haskins will throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Lions, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13.